Woo! The power has been with you all along. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael, and this is another segment of Applied Consciousness. Today, I want to touch a topic that I know is on the mind of a lot of people right now. Now, right now, I'm fighting the sun. It's getting ready to leave, and I want to go ahead and finish this film so that I can relay this message to you guys today. A lot of people believe that this is the end of time. They're referencing a lot of things with the quarantines, and a lot of people are having a little fear, which is false evidence appearing real. On this segment, I'm here to tell you now that this is not the end, but this is the beginning of a new dawn, the beginning of a new era of love, peace, and happiness. Let's dive deep into this topic. Hey everybody, a lot of people right now are perceiving, with all of the turmoil happening on planet Earth, the quarantines, the virus is out to get us, and a lot of people are perceiving that this is tribulation. I want to touch on this topic real quick. Now, the reference of tribulation comes from Matthew's in the Bible. They reference when it says that the people of God should run and flee into the mountains, because the power will be handed into the hands of the evil, and we should flee from persecution. What I'm here to tell you today is that verse in that scripture was 2,000 and some change years ago. Since that time, I believe that tribulation had been on the earth for a very long time. Wars and rumors of wars. You had Vietnam, World War I, World War II, the incarceration of Jews in the Nazi camps, the Japanese being in concentration camps in America. Now, right now, the Americans are feeling that this may be tribulation because for the first time in history, something is affecting us here on this land. But I want to give a different perspective to the minds of the viewers. Imagine being in the Middle East and having bombers flying over the top of your head, Marines running from door to door to your homes, pulling your family and your children out of your house. If you were those people right then, at that moment, you would have perceived that tribulation was occurring to you. But I know, we live in the greatest country on the planet. People weren't pulling you from your homes. But if you just do the history from 2,000 years since the scripture was told to humans, you'd have realized that we've already lived through tribulation. Wars upon wars, famines, deaths, tsunamis, Chernobyl with the what do they call it? The radiation that filled the land. Now understand, in the egoic mind, in the ego's mind, tribulation only occurs when it happens to you. The starving children in Africa who had no food for hundreds of years. The people that lived in famine-torn countries that have been occupied and oppressed by other countries and cultures. People who had to be servants in their own land, Partai Africa. See, if you ask those people, the fulfillment of tribulation had been passed. What I'm here to tell you guys today is, right now what you're experiencing are birthing pains. It's the birthing pains of a new. There's a new dawn ahead of us. People are starting to become conscious of their actions. People are starting to have reverence for things. Now, what I wanted to get to you before I lose the sunlight was something simple. I believe the reason we are being quarantined is not from evil empires from planet Earth. They've had their reign and terror, and that is no longer. What I believe is happening right now is it's giving us time to self-reflect on ourselves. See, when you don't have basketball to look at, no football games, no boxing matches or UFC fights, you are forced to have to sit with yourself. And that's the time that your mask has to come off of your face and you have to deal with your truths. See, on my journey, I lived an entire life trying to mask my pains with drugs, with parties, with clubs, and all of these things that I tried to do to mask my reality. But right now, when you're being quarantined or you're being forced to stay within your home, you're going to be forced to do the hard work and to look deep inside of yourself to see what serves you. Now, for those of you that have already been on your spiritual awakening journey, for those of you that have already went through the dark nights of the soul, you guys are going to be the people that are going to be the anchors for those that are going to go through the egoic death. That's ego, which is edging God out. And all of the things that we used to do, the bars, the clubs, all of these things that we tried to do so that we can escape this truth, you're no longer going to be able to do it. And you're going to have to sit with yourself and find peace, not outside of yourself, because there's going to be nowhere outside to go. You're going to have to find peace with inside of yourself. I believe that this is a wake-up call for planet Earth. I believe that this is the opportunity for humanity to go from being a human to a human being and to be able to level up. So if you are a person listening to this now, you have two roads and two paths that you could choose to create. The fifth dimension, which is not a physical plane, it's a state of being. It's a state of peace. No matter what happens externally, it's a state that you live in because you know that you are the creation and that you create your peace and you create your happiness. And then you have the other option, which is the third dimension, the one that you're going to live in lacking fear. You're going to wonder, is the government coming to get me? Are they quarantining us? Is this tribulation? Is coronavirus going to be knocking at my door? I'm the coronavirus. I'm coming to get you. But the choice at the end of the day is yours. I hope you choose the first choice and to join us in the fifth dimension, where it is peace and happiness no matter what is occurring on my external reality. You guys, the choice is yours. It is not the end of the world, but it is now the beginning of a new dawn, the beginning of a new era, and we like to call that the age of Aquarius. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, like we always say, live, love, and laugh, and namaste, namaste, namaste. Peace. Enjoy your life. Create a better reality for yourself. Don't spend this time in fear and chaos. Spend this time leveling up, diving deep inside of yourself, wiping away that mask that we've been holding on for so long, and join us in the fifth dimension. Peace.